Hey, it's Mirabon from Tennis Files, and if you want to level up your footwork, then this video is for you. Inside this Tennis Summit 2024 preview video, my good friend Ryan Reidy from 2 Minute Tennis will reveal the top footwork mistakes that club level players make. And if you want to watch the full-length video of this masterclass and over 40 others featuring summit sessions from Dr. Mark Kovacs, Gigi Fernandez, Paul Anacone, Peter Freeman, Will Hamilton, Scott Baxter, and many, many other awesome tennis coaches, then go to tennisfilesummit.com to pick up your free ticket to register for the summit. That's tennisfilesummit.com. See the link below this video. Now, please enjoy this preview video of Ryan Reidy's summit session.
Hey, it's Ryan from 2 Minute Tennis, and welcome to the Tennis Summit, where I'll be discussing 5 common footwork mistakes you should avoid. Mistake number 1, forgetting to split step as your opponent hits the ball. Now, what does this look like? It could be one of 2 things. You are flat-footed as your opponent hits, or you're running as your opponent hits. You don't want to do either. If you're running as your opponent hits, well, what if you're running in the wrong direction, right? So you want to be stationary as your opponent hits the ball. But in addition, we want to make sure that we split step, where we have a little bit of a hop, we land with our feet a little wider than we normally stand, land on the front half of our foot. It allows for a braking mechanism, but also for you to be able to make a very fast first step. So I'm going to demonstrate this at the baseline, but then also going forward to the net. So why don't I hit some balls? I'm just going to not split step at first to show you what it should not look like, and then I'll show you what it should look like. This is not what you want. I'm flat-footed as the ball comes out of the ball machine. You'll notice now, every time the ball comes out of the ball machine, I do a hop. If you have video footage of you playing, whether it's in a match, a drill, a lesson, a practice, check if you're hopping every time your opponent hits the ball. So now I'm going to hit 3 shots, a ground stroke, an approach shot, and then a volley. I see it all the time with recreational players. They hit an approach shot and they just keep running as the opponent gives them a volley or an overhead. If you're running toward the net and still running as the opponent is striking the ball, if they hit the ball sharp to your left or right, it's going to be very difficult for you to change direction and get to those balls. It's like driving a car too fast around a corner. Way too difficult to make that sharp turn. So I'm going to do it incorrectly at first. You'll see that I do not split step as the ball is coming out of the ball machine, and then I'll do it correctly. And this is what it should look like. I'm going to make sure I split step when the ball comes out of the ball machine. Mistake number 2, standing still when you return serve. Now, I don't have someone to serve to me, but I'm going to use the Topspin Pro and you'll be able to fill in the rest, right? It's very simple. When you are returning serve, you don't want to be standing still, meaning don't stand where you intend to make contact. Let's say, based on the level of myself as the returner and the quality of the server, I deem that standing at the baseline making contact is a good idea for me. Instead of starting here, I want you to take 2 steps backward. I always want you to start back from where you want to be so that you can go forward to it. If you start back as the opponent goes into their service motion and really they toss the ball, then you can just take a step and a split step, and now you get your weight going forward. So let me do a couple. I'll do forehand and backhand. So I'm standing back. The ball comes out of the opponent's hand. I take a step and then I split step, which, by the way, really is a helpful and kind of a cheat on how to time your split step on the serve. When they toss the ball, just take one little step and then do a split step, and you'll time the split step beautifully, especially if you're someone who struggles with the timing on the split. So you step, split, and then go into the return. The goal is, don't start where you want to be, start back to force the forward movement into the ball. So if you have a Topspin Pro, do this drill. Start back, do a step, split. The goal, by the way, because I've seen people practice this, make sure that you land the split step in your ready position. I've seen people practice it like this, and they land the split step with their racket back. When you land the split step, that's when you're first learning where the ball is. So you wouldn't have had your racket back at that point. So step, split, then turn and hit the ball. I'll do a couple forehands. Let's say I'm playing Andy Roddick, right? So let's say, actually I'd be like completely out there, but no, let's say I want to be back here, right? I'm playing someone with a really fast serve. Well, I'm going to be way back here. You can always go forward to the return. It doesn't matter the level of the server, right? You're playing Roger Federer or Novak Djokovic, Serena Williams. Stand as far back as you need to be able to go forward into the return. So you start back. There goes the toss. I step, split, and then I go forward. The goal is to get my momentum and my weight going forward. I watch so many players return serve while moving backward because they think of standing where they want to be, and then maybe the serve's a little too fast, a little faster than they wanted or expected, a little deeper than they expected, and they're moving back as they return. Start farther back than you think you should and get your weight going forward into the return. Singles and doubles, add, deuce, it doesn't matter. The quality of your return will go way up.
All right, I really hope that you enjoyed this summit preview lesson with Ryan Reidy from 2 Minute Tennis on the top footwork mistakes that club level players make. And if you want to watch the full length video of this session and over 40 others, then go to tennisfilesummit.com. That's tennisfilesummit.com to pick up your free ticket to watch all the summit sessions and live streams during the week of April 22nd until April 27th. I'll see you at the summit.